Razak. As part of Weekend Live's continuous celebration of buildings and spaces around us, this week we are in the City of Gold. Architect Tanzim Razak is very fond of the Kerk Street Mosque, mainly because of its ability to easily blend in with the city of Joburg's buildings. She says it does a good job in combining traditional modern designs, mosque architecture.
During the 1990s, it became clear that the need for a new mosque, which is a Jummah Masjid, which means it's a congregational mosque, had override its spatial use. So there needed to be a big one, and also to make a presence in the South African community and the Johannesburg community, that a mosque with an Islamic architecture and an Islamic identity was needed. An important thing to notice architecturally is that the mosque itself follows the city grid, so it has a street face, it has a face onto the square itself. However, part of an imperative and important thing for a mosque is its shift towards Mecca, which in Johannesburg is about 14 degrees off north. And in order to do that, the architect Muhammad Mayet had an ingenious way of doing it, where the internal spaces shifts towards Mecca. And if you look at the balcony in the front space, you'll see that the shift is shown in the contemporary balcony that lies details towards Mecca. Whereas if you were a passerby, this simple building will be very much part of Johannesburg itself. I think the most interesting thing about this is that it shows that this building is a load-bearing brickwork building, and you can see it's built in a very traditional way, from the big columns taking out to the pendentives and right up to the top where the top traditional spaces are demarcated with gypsum plasters, and you can see each one of these spaces are different to each other, where we bring in the detail of the building. And then there's a stark contrast between the brickwork and the whiteness of the gypsum plaster, bringing this amazing differentiation in the space. We are now entering the main prayer space, which you can see is a much lighter and more open space. As a contrast to the downstairs, where you could see the brickwork openings being non-cladded, here everything is plastered over with gypsum plaster. And if we go down further, you can see that the traditional elements are more explicit in this area. From the main columns, and then you have the mukarnas, which is an architectural device that allows you to move from one shape to another. What we have above is the mashrabiyah, which is a traditional screen made from wood that separates the female prayers from the male prayers and allow the distinct presence of privacy between one and the other. It's done in a traditional way with wooden pieces that are put together.